So part of being a rebel and a change agent that is rarely talked about is what happens when you fail. And there's a lot of talk about fail fast. But you know, it's really hard to fail. And in failure, we can learn a lot. So I'd like to spend a few minutes talking to you about what happens when you do fail, how to recover, and what you can learn. And then we'll have an interview with a wonderful innovator in the technology and financial services industry, and he'll share his story about failing and how he recovered and what he learned. The thing I want to talk about really is that failing a big project at work is like any other type of grief. And you don't just say to yourself, get over it. It's really can be sort of, maybe devastating is too big of a word, but certainly you can feel sad and you can beat yourself up. And I'd like to suggest to you that it is like the stages of grief, any kind of stages of grief. And in the stages of grief, maybe you can see yourself in some of these. I certainly can. We go through denial. I can't really believe that this happened. What a mess. The second one is bargaining. Oh, if I had only pitched the idea to that person, if I had only gotten the funding, if I hadn't let my emotion get the best of me, I wouldn't have blown it at that big executive presentation. And so we just bargain, we just play the scenes over and over. It's completely natural. We get angry with ourselves, with the organization. We then often get into sadness. It's just really sad, and we sort of disengage. And this is where sometimes we just become sort of complacent about our jobs for a while. And I would suggest to you that this happens and it's okay. And then we come to resolution. What all the psychologists have found is that these are the steps, and you're probably going to find yourself in them. And it's, I think, really only the lucky person who maybe gets denial and goes right to resolution. So if something has happened, be gentle with yourself and accept these steps. I have a few other suggestions as well. The other thing is to really acknowledge what happened. Again, remember we talked about your support group, your tribe, your wild pack, your caring pack, your support pack.